Minister Gisela, thank you so much for being our show. Well, in his keynote speech at the fourth ministerial meeting, President Xi proposed that China is willing to join hands with Latin America to launch the 5 major projects and build the China CELAC community with a shared future. What are your thoughts on this, and how Brazil responds to this proposal?
I believe that President Xi presented a very broad approach to the relations between Latin America and the Caribbean and China, which is very well received because it encompasses a lot of issues that are important to us, like an appeal to multilateralism, a lot of dialogue on key issues of the international scenario, and also cooperation, which is key since Latin America and the Caribbean CELAC gathers 33 developing countries. So this dialogue with a great country such as China, which is opening in several areas, was very well received. I think Brazil has a responsibility, being the biggest country in the region, to bring the region together in this dialogue. So we are very happy that President Lula could come and have this very meeting of minds with President Xi on several, as I said, several issues that are important, just as health, education, infrastructure, technology, and all these are part of the relationship between China and CELAC that has been very vigorous for the past 10 years.
As we all know, it has been the 10th anniversary of China CELAC Forum. How would you evaluate the achievement of China CELAC Forum in the past 10 years?
I think they are very good results, and President Xi announced several initiatives bringing people here for training and for knowledge, a lot of investments in the region. So it's a very profitable relationship, and the external dimension of CELAC is very important for the countries. Even Brazil, as President Lula said, cannot go alone in this very special and challenging time. So it's very important that the region is together and has this dialogue that has been very fruitful for the past 10 years. And we hope it continues.
Well, in recent years, China and Brazil have cooperated a lot on the multilateral platforms, for example, United Nations and BRICS. Facing the uncertainty on the international stage currently, how do you think Brazil and China can deepen coordination and promote multilateralism in diplomacy?
I think it's key that 2 big countries such as China and Brazil promote the values of multilateralism, of international governance, of international system based on rules. So if 2 big countries strive to promote this kind of environment, it's very positive, particularly at a complex moment as we are living with several challenges in different areas, from climate change to tariffs, to violence, to conflicts all around the world. I would like to remember that CELAC is a zone of peace and cooperation, and we intend to promote that view, that dialogue and cooperation are key to overcoming this challenge. I think China has always been a big ally of developing countries. China and Brazil are both very important and big developing countries and should strive to promote an international order based on rules and international law. And I think we are doing that with this dialogue.
China has become Brazil's largest trading partner for many consecutive years. And in the year 2024, our bilateral trade volume has reached over $188 billion. And currently, with the rise of protectionism globally, how do you think Brazil and China can deepen trade and economic relations and even cooperate more in some emerging industries like clean energy and high technologies?
Brazil and China are key promoters of free trade and multilateral system of trade based on multilateral order. So it's key that countries with this weight on international relations put their strong and will in defending this kind of order. An order based on rules and based on international law, as opposed to a unilateral view of the world. So I think it's important that we do that together. And we are doing that. With this dialogue, I think we are both, as you saw, both speeches went in the same direction, against unilateralism and for a multilateral approach to issues of the moment. such as climate change, the need for developing and diminishing inequalities. So I think we share a worldview that goes in that direction. Brazil and China trade is key for Brazil because it's our biggest trade partner. And I think to raise the level of this trade to a more technological approach to having energy transition issues as key in this trade with minerals and with electrical cars and with ethanol, all the elements of a smooth transition to a less carbon dependent economy are very important as well.
Thank you so much for sharing.